Welcome back, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce a whole new segment today. We have a new member to the NTD family, Sheridan Genrich. It's really nice to have you here and to welcome you into our NTD family. So Sheridan is a nutritionist, and she also wrote the book DNA Powered Health, Unlock Your Potential to Live with Energy and Ease. And I'm so glad to have this because what is more important than our health? It's our greatest asset, and I'm excited to work with you on that and improve our health. So tell me a little bit about yourself first. You have extensive experience as a nutritionist, so tell me more about your job. What do you do exactly?
So I got interested in health being very young and seeing my grandmother never able to walk. And so I saw the preciousness of having physical health, even though she was mentally strong. And then in my early 20s, I was a long-haul flight attendant, and I was exposed to terrible shift work, a lot of processed foods, and unable to just stay emotionally calm when I was sleep deprived. So I actually started with meditation, and then I also developed an interest in nutrition because I was so confused and I wanted to find out what was actually accurate, because it's a minefield of information out there.
Tell me more about your book then, A DNA Powered Health. That's very interesting. So what kind of role does DNA play in that, since we're talking about our differences?
Well, DNA is what makes us unique. And a lot of people assume it's just related to your physical characteristics, how tall, whether you might be overweight or predisposed to diabetes. But actually, our DNA also influences our mental health and our personality traits. And so that's why I pulled out 9 priority genes after working with hundreds of patients for over 9 years. At that point, I was really able to see the patterns in the gut, the brain, and addiction patterns. And that was what motivates people a lot more too.
I saw on your website that you talk about, that even if somebody is completely healthy, that they might not actually be feeling their best. So walk me through that. Why could that be? And, can you give me an example of, something that you were able to fix with your patients?
Yeah, so my framework is around an acronym in the book called CARE, the C-A-R-E. And what this is actually, the C is for control what you can within your environment. A is for add in the foods that are missing. R is about the relationships, first with yourself and then others, because we can't have good self-care and then give to everyone else. And then E is for experimenting. So one of my patients, Kathy, I used this framework on, and we saw that she had addiction markers and blood sugar issues in her genes as well. And yet she was living in a lifestyle where she was skipping meals throughout the day and exposing herself to highly addictive substances. I mean, I'm talking about sugar really, but she was having those at night and then stuck wondering why her sleep and her weight was being affected negatively. So it's about saying that environment, she is gonna not have good success with willpower. So willpower will not work for her in that situation because her genes are not setting her up to say this is going to be an easy process. If she actually understood, so she was able to get better results by motivating herself to say, I know who I am, I'm a sensitive person as well, and I am exposed to highly stimulating substances, and in order for me to be able to stay calm and not triggered, I actually need to control my environment rather than controlling my willpower.
So is there one thing maybe, or maybe couple things that you think you see very commonly among the patients, something that is very common and something maybe also that is a very easy fix that people might just not know about?
Yeah, well, the nervous system, that's the priority system of my book. And so when we are really stressed, we will be triggered by old patterns. So in order to have more than one thing in your toolbox to stay calm, so it could be lifestyle, it could be looking at other self-care, having a shower, splashing water on your face. So it's a mind and body focus, and experimenting with any of the really ancient wisdom is how it matches with your DNA. So it's meeting modern science and ancient wisdom hand in hand.
Fascinating. I think we could chat for days, but let me wrap it up with this. I like to ask, especially if it's about books, if there's one message that you would want people to take away from your book, what would it be?
Oh, wow. We've all been through quite a lot of traumatic life experiences, and in order for us to be able to reset, looking at health from a physical, mental, emotional and social connection is really where we can start to build new foundations. And it's never too late. So keeping an open mind and trying very simple strategies and just seeing how your body responds, because your body has the wisdom within it, and to trust that over time when we're quietening things down is really what I'm hoping to achieve from bringing this segment about.
Okay, great. It's never too late. You heard it. Like I said, it's so fascinating. I think we could talk for ages. So I'm very glad you're here and you're here to stay. So we have a lot more to come on NTD's Health Matters, our newest segment with Sheridan Genrich. And that's it for our segment today. Stay tuned for more after the break.